Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by. I've tried to film this video a couple of times and I'm going to try hard to do this video because that's what my friend would want me to do. So I'm going to start this video by letting you know, and a lot of you who are in this community, or at least most of you, already know that a dear friend of mine passed away, and a dear friend of yours. Rhonda without an H is in heaven. And so she's finally free and finally home. For those of you who haven't heard yet, I actually got the news yesterday, and so anyway, a little bit about Rhonda. Rhonda has been, I can't even say suffering with cancer for the last 3 years, because she hasn't. At least you would never, ever know if you watch her videos or if you follow her that she's been in any suffering. She's always making sure that everybody else is okay. Well, depending on which video you watch. Sometimes, you know, she's been pretty authentic, her word for the year. I actually had a conversation with Rhonda not too long ago, and it's just, you know, a light one. And I was telling her that, you know, it's a little bit all over the place, and she was telling me about some different things that she was going through with anxiety and things like that. And she said, you know what? Bottom line, be authentic. And so I'm going to continue honoring her by being me. So if my videos are long, or if I go down a rabbit hole, or I don't know, whatever, I guess, you know, that's just me. So anyway, a little bit about Rhonda and I. I met Rhonda 5 years ago, a little bit more than 5 years ago actually, when I started making ATC cards. I was doing scrapbooks, and I was bored, looking for things to do. Came across ATC cards, and well, I came across junk journaling through Irene, Crafty Irene. Thank you, sweetie. And then I started watching Gail, and which led me to Rachel at Roxy Creations, and everybody else. So, but before then, I met Rhonda because I was looking for more inspiration in my ATC designing, because I traded my ATCs. I was in a couple of groups, one specific group that I just loved. I don't do ATCs anymore. I have a book full of them, and gratefully one from Rhonda. She, about 7 years, Rhonda started her video channel about, I'm going to say 8 years ago. I could be wrong. It could be 7, it could be 6. I don't remember, but I do remember going back 5 years ago anyway. And she was creating fabric ATC cards. Wow. Didn't that catch my interest as a person who had a gazillion amount of fabric for making quilts and other things. So yeah, that's how I met Rhonda. I sent her a message on, I don't know how. Oh, it was just her YouTube channel, because there was no instant message back then. And I just mentioned on her YouTube channel how much I enjoyed the video, and her sweet, gentle voice. It was wonderful. And so then, I followed her regularly. And like I said, 3 years ago, she had metastatic breast cancer, some form of it. I don't remember what. And it was terminal. And bless her heart, she hung on for 3 years, and she continued doing videos, and she's just blessed me in so many ways. So anyway, I guess what I want to say is to let my viewers know, if you don't know Rhonda without an H, please visit her YouTube channel. Her husband has done a wonderful video, I think yesterday. If you hold on one moment. Oh, never mind, my door's closed. That my husband will know I'm doing a video. If you don't know Rhonda without an H, that's how she started her YouTube channel, Rhonda without an H. And then I think it went to just Rhonda Winstead. However, I know that her YouTube channel is www.youtube.com/@Rhonda Winstead, Rhonda without an H. All one word. Okay? So you could probably type in YouTube Rhonda Winstead and it will come up for you. Or you can just Google www.youtube.com/@Rhonda Winstead, Rhonda without an capital H. And it will come up for you if you want to take a screenshot. Or just type in Rhonda Winstead. Make sure you don't put an H there. Wait a minute, look what I did. Oh my gosh, Rhonda. You're looking down saying, Cheryl. Well, Rhonda, here we go. Rhonda without an H. RONDA Winstead. Okay, so let me make that really big. RONDA. Just type in, YouTube. There's a little, like, eyeglass type thing. Rhonda Winstead. It should bring you to her channel. Otherwise, you can Google it. Okay, so that's it. That's how I met Rhonda. And she's a dear friend, and she will be so missed. However, her YouTube channel is up. And like I said, it's 7 or maybe 8 years ago. She has a wonderful channel. Great friends. Super, super, super channel. And just a super woman. So I'll miss you, Rhonda. So today, I am doing a tag. It is tag number 3. Oh, I don't know. What's today's date? Today is the 4th, but it is Tuesday. Gosh. Today's prompt is corrugated cardboard. So that's what I've done. I've used corrugated cardboard, and this is not a Tim Holtz person. This is actually, hold on 1 second, please. This is actually a picture of my mom, and I scanned it, and then I shrunk it when I printed it, 75%, so she'd fit properly, because, I wanted to put this frame in, and she would have been too big. So that's what I've made, and I'm going to show you how simple it is to make. Hopefully within less than 30 minutes, but if I go over, I guess I'm just being authentic, right on, right, Rhonda? So this is what I've done. I've used what was on, what I have. I've put a lot of things aside of what I've already cut up, or things that I've used in the past week for my 30-day challenge for love. For the Love of Paper by Karen Gibson, and the tag challenge is hosted by her. Not something that absolutely has to be done in the group. She's tagging somebody every day, then they have 2 days to, create a tag. I just decided to join, just because, it's fun. So that's it. If you want to know more about Rhonda, you can go to her YouTube channel. Her husband has done a wonderful video explaining everything, so that I guess I don't, and nobody else has to. Yeah, so I'm going to put this aside for now, and sorry for being so late. I've tried doing this video, like I said, several times, and I haven't been able to get through it. So anyway, so what is corrugated cardboard? Corrugated cardboard is this. It is cardboard that you can get from any box. I preferably like, my preferred choice is from a Instant Ink box, because it's so stiff. As you can see, this is really flimsy. This is from an Amazon box. I have a ton of this, in a snap bag. I enjoy using it a lot. I also have one that's wider and one that's narrow that I will ink with black ink and then stamp with it. I have it on some heavier cardboard, and it is an Instant Ink one. And then I'll use it to make lines in my paper for journaling cards or what have you. So many, many, many uses for that. And a lot of people do make tags from it. So that's what we're going to make. But we're not using Tim Holtz dolls, or I'm just going to use whatever is in this dish, which hopefully I won't take too long deciding. Okay? Oh, wait a minute. I have some things over here as well. Maybe not. No, I don't. I guess everything is in that dish, or in here. So, all right, let's get started, shall we? I will show you how to get to here. A lot of people use water, and that's fine. I'm impatient. I don't usually do this part right away. I just take it off my box. However, usually the flaps, and then I'll toss the rest of the box unless I want a larger piece. So like this was, maybe a side flap. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So that's what I do. And then I'll take my knife, or you can take scissors. It doesn't matter, either or. I just have one, so I use it. And then I'll just go across it like this, usually on my mat. But for now, I will just do this. And for whatever reason, your knife actually knows where those lines are. So don't worry. And you don't want to go, you don't want to dig down into it, because you don't want to go to the other side of this. You're only taking off that top layer of paper. And I'll show you in 1 second. And I'm not going to do this whole thing because I have that, and I've already made one, and I'd like to make another with you. So, then what I'll do is just take this piece and make sure I've only got that top piece, okay? That top piece of paper. I'm just going to lift that top piece of paper right up to make sure I've only got the top piece of paper. And then just bend it back like this, right? See where all those lines are? Bend it back. so. And I don't think I went all the way down. I don't know if I went all the way through, but just kind of bend it back. It will, you know, the paper will crack. And then you want to just make sure you get that top layer like this and peel that top layer off that first piece and then go along it with your fingernail. And then again, take this piece, and sometimes you'll get a whole piece. There's been times where I've been able to pull it and get almost all of it off in one, you know, one peel. You know, I'll just carefully kind of go along here and see it just peels right off. So I won't do the whole thing. If you have a little piece like this, again, just run your nail under there, but don't tear that off because that is actually part of this piece. So don't tear that off. Just run your fingernail along it because you'll take away that kind of, you know, piece that you don't want to, and you're just making it weaker. I'll try to take off one more little strip here and show you. I'm going to bend this back and kind of just pull it, making sure I don't have any more than the very top layer of that paper. Okay? And then try to grab a hold of it and then just kind of go along here where you've already sliced. I'll go down as far as I sliced, which looks about maybe there. And then I'll go over here. I don't think I sliced here. I'm going to go right to where I sliced it and tear that off. And then kind of just run my nail in here rather than try and tear it all off because I don't want it all off. And that's why I don't wet it either. I don't want to weaken the cardboard. So you can, if you want to. Like mine came off really easily. But then again, I spent more time doing like the strips of paper. You can go back again and just take and make sure you're only tearing that top layer of paper like this, if you want to take the time. You won't have to if you do more than what I just did, okay? It will come right off. See, it's really simple. Okay, so that's all you need to do to get to the corrugated, you know, those parts. And then if you're going to use it as an ink pad, like, you definitely want to get rid of those little pieces so that your ink will stamp for you if you're going to use it like that. Just take your time and go along it. It doesn't take long, but in my experience, wetting it only kind of dissolves the fibers that are in the corrugated part, or in the paper, if you will, because it's all paper. It's just how it's constructed. Okay, so that's how you do that. That's how you get to this part. So if anybody says they're using corrugated cardboard, that's the part that they mean. Interesting, isn't it? So many things you can do with paper. It's amazing. So then what I did was I took these two tags, or I took a couple of tags that I already had done, which are aren't they beautiful? These are from the Sweet Memories Raindrop Lila. And that's what I've been working with recently. So, and what I had printed. Trying not to print for my tags, because I have 3 kits that I've printed, two that have been printed, and one other one that I realized I needed to ship before the 21st because that's my mother's birthday and I wanted to get it to them, it's for both my father and my mother. My dad was 90 in March. And so I'm just cutting apart these tags just to see what I want to use because in all honesty, I'm not sure yet which one, but I'm just going to do this for now. And then I'll see which one I want to use for the tag in the back of the tag. Because to get this stronger, you can use paint chips. I have these paint chips left over, you know, from different things. I've gone for, you know, different color paints. This was actually for an antique table I have that the legs needed to be painted, so I wanted to get the exact color, which, by the way, this wasn't. This has a blue in it. I forget what those were for. But anyway, you could use paint chips, you can use cardboard, you can use cardstock, anything you want, okay? But I'm using today's because I have them, so why not? So let me see, what am I going to use for an image? Now, I did use a frame. I don't know if I even said this yet. These frames I have a die cut for. You can also get them on Amazon. You can get them on Temu. You can get them, I believe Celeste from Woodland Inspired has these in her Etsy shop. Can't be positive, but check her out. If you don't have the die cut, I use them in, you know, quite a few of my projects, and I love them. So, you could do something. I print mine on linen paper because I like the texture of the linen paper. I mean, I cut them on linen paper because I like the texture. They're pretty light, but it's okay because, I mean, you know, you're either going to put it on an image like I did or, you know, whatever, or nothing at all. Mine actually is an embossing and a die cut. So, Tim Holtz, if you're interested. So you could do something like this, okay? You could do something like this here, right? Oh, no, sorry. Wrong way. You could do something like this, okay? Find something here to put behind it, and then you could put that here, and then you could add the baby. I don't know, you could cut around her perhaps and have her somewhere on the tag. Or you could take a cabinet card perhaps. This was cut down. I think I showed this in one of my last videos. You could take something like this, which actually I'll use that just to make it a hurry, okay? Just to not hurry, but, you know, just get the video going. So I've given you some ideas of what you can do, and now we're going to do it. And I actually do love that. Let me see what I have for this part that would actually be pretty on. Well, it's all going to match because this is the same kit. But I really don't want to use that whole tag. So just hold on a second, because at the bottom of the tags, I have some pieces that might, oh, I did these small. Oh, I also cut this from a cabinet card. So I do have some pieces here. Hold on one second. We'll find some. Oh, I have this too. This is from the same kit. So you could do something like this. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Hold on. Where was that piece of, where was that? I don't think I have anything to fit behind that would go with her very well. I mean, it would, because it's the same kit, but she deserves something more pink, if you will. So we're not going to use her, but it's something you could use or not. You could actually do something like, I keep forgetting we're using corrugated, I'm so sorry. You could do something like this, you know, if you don't have a frame. You can actually cut the top of this off and then possibly layer it like this. You know what I mean? Just so that this isn't a tag. And so yeah, no frame, or you could actually do something like this, right? Like so. And then add her here. And then add maybe this here. And then put something here like me and mom and me. You know, cut this part out and put mom and me right there. And then you'd have a really pretty, you know, pretty tag or image or whatever. You could actually put her here, maybe. And then even do something like this completely. All right, so some examples. All right, let's put all these things aside. I'm going to use her. I'm going to cut her up. I think she's cute. And she's like a Tim Holtz doll, but you're creating kind of your own Tim Holtz doll. So I'm probably going to regret cutting this. Yep, I am. I forgot. I made a little cabinet cart out of it. It's all right. It's fine. So I'm just, why am I using these scissors? They hurt my hands. So let me just cut her up really fast, okay? And show you how you can have a really cute tag without having to really think about it much. And since I am shipping that one to my mother, I am making another one for myself. So, because I want to have all 30 tags. Don't ask. I just do. I probably will use some maybe. Or I just keep them in my idea book. Because these are very, very fabulous prompts. And I don't want to forget. I'm sorry I started out the video on a sad note, but it's really a happy note. Because like I said, she's finally free and finally home's in the arms of Jesus, which is something she really wanted. Do I want to cut this off? No, but I do. No, I'm not going to take that off. I'm going to actually glue it so it's straight. Okay, let's hold on here and let's try and figure out what we're going to do. Okay, so we need a frame for sure. And I think I want her sitting on the frame instead of on the basket. So I'm going to cut the rest of her out. So hold on 1 second. Actually, I'm going to put some glue on her so she doesn't come apart because it's just paper and I don't care what's on the back. So how are you all today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're crafting and having a great day. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. It all went well. Everything's fine. She's cutie. Cutie, cutie, cutie. Just want to round her head a little bit more. She's darling. Okay. I'm going to cut the rest of her out so she's actually sitting. You know how they do with the Tim Holtz dolls? I have a few left, but they're tiny. And I have been using just regular photos and things like that. Let me try and get her whole shoe in there. I think I covered it with that little, whatever number that is. So I'm going to kind of go up here. Hope I'm in frame. But I'm basically making my own little person here, like I did with my mom, which she will be 90. So that photo of her is Easter. She's wearing her Easter hat, and she is going to get the biggest kick out of it. Well, I don't know if she will, but my dad definitely will. He definitely will recognize right away. He'll know who she is, and I'll show you why in a moment. So that's really cute. She is adorable. Isn't she cute? She might be a little bit tiny for the frame, but we'll see. I just want to get the rest of that basket out of the way so we can put her sitting on that frame. What did I say before could go oh, I know. I said this maybe. Oh, I know. I was going to look for something smaller, but that's too small. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, she's cute. Cute, 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 cute. And there she is sitting on the frame. What else did I have? I love these flowers. That really brightens that up here. What does that tag look like? Oh, it doesn't matter. Hold on. Maybe I can get the butterfly in there. Hallelujah. That's good. All right. So what I'm going to do is try to straighten this and get that whole butterfly in there. Okay. So we'll do that. Love that. Gosh, I hate to cut that whole thing up, but I'm going to. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of cut this down to where I want it. Here we go. So just take any, any paper you have, really. I mean, you could put anything behind here. I just wanted to put something because it's going on the corrugated cardboard. And oh, I'll show you how I made it white. I did not use gesso and I did not use acrylic paint because I'm impatient and I wanted it to dry fast. So I'll show you what I used instead, which really worked well. So let me now just let me glue this on here. I'll just use the Fabri-Tac. And I'm going to glue my frame first because, yeah, that way I can position it better, right? So I'm going to go all the way down here and get that butterfly and the flowers. Oops, it's not real straight. Oh. I'm just trying to get it straight where the top of this is. Okay? Okay. All right. Now, I'll let that dry for a minute. Let's work on putting something on the back of this, which I'll just do this one. Here we go. Isn't that pretty? What a gorgeous pattern. I don't care whether you can write on the back of it or not. Just basically grabbing what I have. If you want to put something on the back to write on, you could cover part of it with just a piece of paper. You know, you wouldn't necessarily have to do the whole thing. So we'll let that dry. We'll get back to this. I'll fussy cut this real quick. Don't want to lose her, or I don't want to lose that either, or that. So let's push this aside. Oh, Mom has to go back because I don't want to lose her. So she goes up there. I have a little magnet back there that I keep my little tiny things up there. So let me just cut around this frame. And you know what? If I had cut this piece smaller, I wouldn't have even had to do this. But I didn't. So please be patient, or you could go all the way to the end of the video and see the results. I don't mind you skipping around at all. I remember Rhonda saying a couple of weeks ago that, you know, there's something about her YouTube channel and her followers, and, you know, how she's not as big as she, you know, wanted to be or thought she would be, or not as big as Rach. She's very, very good friends with Rach from Rodsy Creations. And several of you, all of you. And so she was saying, you know, something about, you know, not having as many followers, this, that, and the other thing. It must have been the drugs, because she's got like 11,000. What a sweetie. It's so sweet. It's so funny. Allie, if you're watching, she's the one I was telling you about the other night. She must have been speaking to me, because she passed away on the 30th of May. So, yeah. Bless her heart. And she was very encouraging, because we had a lot in common. I mean, I actually had, for those of you who don't know, had pancreatic cancer, stage 3, and I survived it. It wasn't fun, and it wasn't easy, but nothing is really, right? Not even this. Even this can be hard sometimes. So, here's what I'm going to do. This was my idea anyway. So, okay, so now we need to, what I'm using for this, as opposed to gesso, and I used it on this, is this white ink. It's white Versamark. And you can do everything with it. So rather than use the gesso and have to wait for that, or I'm just going to actually kind of push it down a little bit because it's kind of juicy, and I can, rather than rubbing it, and you're going to have the same effect, but it's going to dry really quickly because it's ink and not gesso or paint, and you know, ink dries pretty fast. I use this, it looks great on vellum, embossed vellum. It looks fabulous on, I used it a lot at Christmas. But anyway, fabulous, right? No, you know, hello. You have your parchment paper right beside you. You should use it. Actually, I'm not going to go all the way down there because I'll be cutting it up a little bit. So I think that's enough. We've got it. And you don't have to ink it. It just, to me, it gives it you know, just a little bit more. Light, fun, texture, an added addition, whatever anybody wants to call it. Here we go. So that is a Versamark multi-surface chalk ink pad Versamagic Cloud White Archival ink. And it's opaque. It's a pigment ink. It's fabulous. I love it. I really do like it a lot. Isn't that pretty? Oh. So this is going to go here, right? And this will be our tag, which just snip this off. That's going to be the front of the tag, I think. Let me just check real quick. See what the other side looks like on here with her. Where is she? Oh, here she is. So, oh my gosh, she's too cute. No, I'm going to use the other side. I'm going to use this side. She is so cute. Okay, because I'm going to push her down like that. And I just like it. Okay, so now I'm going to just snip off. So I have about maybe a ½ inch here. Didn't even put my pin in my bottle. Oh well, it'll wait. Trash, I moved it to the other side. I don't know why, I'm right-handed. So now I'm going to go, about an inch. So I want to do the same here. So I want this to go here. So I'm going to I cut it about here. Just because I want the border on the top and the bottom the same. I'm going to cut it right across. And then I have that piece, which could be a great part of a snippet or, you know, something. So now when I put it on, I have a border at the top and the bottom. And you don't have to do it this way, it's just the way I'm doing it. I'm going to cut one more piece off. There you go. So I'm going to put that there. Oh my dear. Okay. 43. Almost done. Then, oh, let's put this down first. And it's dry. I think. I didn't even check it. But I'm pretty sure it's dry. Ink dries pretty fast. At least on my stamps it does. So I'm putting pretty let's rewind. Goodness gracious. My allergies are terrible. So about there. Okay. I'm just going to push it up just a little bit. There. Okay. Then I'm going to add this. Here. Actually going to push it up a little bit more than the other one because she's smaller than her. And then I'm going to add her. I'm going to add this here. And I think I'll center this. Like, I think what I'll do is actually put a grommet in first, and that way I can get it more centered. I didn't even like look to see what I had for color. I don't want that color, sorry. I actually want more of that one. The other one was more of a gunmetal. This one's more of like a bronzy. And where she's like this kind of color. These are a little bit harder to get through my holes because they're just a tiny bit bigger, because they are not from We Are Memory Keepers. I buy this size. It comes with a tool, so you really don't even need the crocodile. But I love this because you get like, well, you get 3 different color metals, and I think there's 100 or maybe even more. I've had it for like a year. And yes, I've dropped it. That's why it's not all together. Like nice. Because I dropped it. And at one point, I was going to sit and put them all back in their little dividers. And I thought, you know what? I'd rather slow stitch, so I did. So there we go. There's our middle. Ta-da. There's our tag. And now I can center this here. More. Better. Let's just bring it down just a tad. There we go. The other one is different. And that's on purpose. I just wanted it different. Give you a couple of ideas. And again, you don't have to use these frames, but if you don't have them and you want some, Amazon sells them. I think there's like, oh gosh, I don't even remember how many. I remember seeing them on Amazon. I did not buy them, but I remember seeing them on Amazon, and they're beautiful. They're lace. They come in square and oval and round and you name it. I actually might pick up a pack because I think they were only like $6 possibly for 40. And I love these, but you know, it would be nice to have a different, like a square or whatever. So push that down because that's primarily where I glued. Every time I look at this, for some reason, I want to say mirror, mirror on the wall. I don't know why. Every single time. It's so weird. It's like every single time I use this frame. And I have a whole bunch cut out, basically all in the white. And I don't know if I said this already, but I do like cutting them out on the white linen paper. I like the texture, which you can't see in the camera, but it's just, I don't know, it's really pretty. So it's not as stiff as a cardstock, but, and I know you can get the linen paper in a heavier weight. This is a 24 pound, but I do like the 24 pound too, so. Okay, so that takes care of that. And this, that's why I did that. So now we can put her on, right? And I'm glad I left that on the back because it kind of, like I said, she was just paper, not cardstock. And I will just kind of sit her right on that frame. Oh my goodness, she's too cute. And she came from, I'll put the link below. It's a friend of mine, Lisa, who I follow on, what is it called? YouTube. A dear. I follow her on Instagram as well. Lisa. Oh dear. I'll leave her link in the description box below. And also the link to the Etsy shop and what kit this is from. And this is shrunk down. This is one of her cabinet cards that she has scanned. She's also scanned some other ones of hers. And I'm going to do the same. I won't be selling them. I don't know, I'll give them away. I'll gift them. I'll let you know in a future video, which is another thing on my list of things to do. What I might do is like a video where I know a lot of people do different sales on their videos. So I may do that. That way I can get people's addresses and whatever they're interested in. I'll have things for sale. I'll have things, you know, just to kind of give away. I may be putting some of my digitals in groups that, you know, for free that I've scanned, because I have so many. I mean, so many of things, items that, you know, are out of copyright for sure. So I've scanned them. And there you go. Another tag. Wait, I need something. Where was that little piece I didn't want to throw away? I wonder. No, that wasn't it. But that would have, no, that, oh, you know what? Let me, dear, this is always the hard part for me. But anyway, let's get a ribbon. I think for this one, I'll use the purple because it's right here, which I didn't know. I pulled out purples and pinks and blues, whites, but I think it definitely deserves the lilac color. Yes. So I'll just pull this. The ribbon, probably, I don't know. I don't know. I am a ribbon freak, so I have no idea. I have been creating with ribbon for my whole life. Dresses for my children, dresses for my grandchildren. Where's the pin that was in it? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Put that to the side. Okay. So now I'm just going to tie a bow because she's too sweet not to have a bow, right? And that's it. Any lace or any, this is velvet. I have a little bit of lace under here. Two little of these flat back pearls. You can get them at the Dollar Tree or pretty much anywhere, but I got mine at the Dollar Tree. So I just cut two off and put one on each side, which I will do here. You don't have to wait. And I'll probably add some velvet here and maybe some lace as well. I don't know. But you get the gist. And I really enjoyed our time together today, as always. I always, always enjoy our time together. And it takes care of that. Put this aside. Let this go back over here so I can clean my desk a little bit and not be too there we go. And we'll wrap around. And yeah, so do visit Rhonda's channel if you don't already follow her. Again, Rhonda Winstead. So if just type in Rhonda Winstead on YouTube and it will come up. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll leave her link in the description box below. Duh. I'll leave her YouTube link there. And then you can follow her. Just click on it. And it will take you right to her channel. And you can meet her sweet husband Dave. He's a sweetheart. And he actually did a video, I believe, I know it was yesterday. I saw it yesterday. So I had actually got wind of it, and then I watched the video. You do get, you know, that's the great thing about this community, is that you do hear really quickly in this community when people need help. And I'll tell you what, when Lindsay got hurt, our daughter, if you're new to my channel, if it weren't for this community, people like Rhonda, people like Rachel, Roxy Creations, Leslie, 507 Willow House, and all of you. I don't know what I would have done. Okay. So, this is me being authentic, Rhonda. How did I do? Let me know. Alright, people. Those are my corrugated cardboard tags for today. Today's prompt. In love with paper. Join the group. It's so much fun. Alright, everybody. Until next video, hopefully tomorrow, I'll see you. Be well, be kind, be sweet, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.